Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of CatFace Plays Minecraft. As you can see, we're here at the base. You know, I do want to get some more work done on this, but I think before I do that, I'm going to need some scaffolding, right? Scaffolding, I find, is actually really helpful in building. I know it makes it really easy to get around, see all the little details, and, adjust things way easier than, stacking up with, like, dirt or something, right? Because it's so much easier to clean up. Unfortunately, this is all the bamboo I have, like literally like 70 bamboo, and I have like no string. So I'm gonna build some farms to resolve this. So I think the first farm I'm gonna build is just a general mob farm to get some spiders killed to get some string. So I'm gonna head over to the planned location with materials and get building with y'all. Alrighty, here we are at the location. I just have the materials in the chest here. It's for each part. This farm was designed by ianxofour. It's a really simple flushing mob farm. You may be wondering why so much scaffolding. Is it because the farm uses scaffolding as the platform for the mobs to spawn on? It does this because scaffolding actually, for some reason, disables the mob AI. So it just makes it a bit easier to work with the mobs while building and while killing them. So I'm going to build the collection system first, and then I'll get back to y'all really quickly after that. All right, before I get carried away, I just kind of want to show you what it looks like down at the bottom. So over here we got our clock, right? Turn this on, delay goes around, comes back around, and turns this off, right? And that triggers this trapdoor. This trapdoor will come in handy later when I start building the spawning pads. If you didn't know, this is a flushing mob farm, which means mobs will spawn in pads, and then there's water that'll push them off, and then they'll fall down here. So doing this, what this trapdoor does is, you notice how it changes this block that basically updates this entire stack of scaffolding, which allows us to use an observer and detect that. So just for demonstration's sake, do this, right? If we flick this, it detects it, right? So that allows us to send a signal upward relatively quickly. So that means even at the top, right, we can do that. And then, we can chain the whole observers and dispensers together to get a more complete reaction. So as for the collection system, right, the mobs are going to be falling down and dying around where these rails are. So I don't have them running now because there's not really much of a point, but there are going to be hopper minecarts running around picking up the drops. So then along here, there are actually hopper minecarts inside the ground, which allows us to pick up the things through the blocks, and then everything will just get put into this chest, which, I'm going to need to expand later, though, to some more storage. So I'm going to go ahead, build the platforms, and then get back to y'all. All right, here we are. We're at the top, and it's really, really kind of cool seeing the world from this high, even though, only up like, maybe 50 or so blocks above the ground. It's really different, especially with the ocean over here. So, just coming out here with the camera mod. It's just 5 platforms. I'm just trying to build something small, nothing too big. So I'm going to finish things up. I'm going to put up a roof, build the AFK spot above, and then I'll get back to you guys when I have this all finished. So gotta go down there and grab some more blocks, but see you in the next clip. Right, here we are. Got the whole farm finished. The Minecraft collection system going. So let's turn it on, head up to the AFK spot, and check it out. If you notice my XP, I died several times building this farm. Building up high and trying to get down quickly is a bit difficult when you don't hit the water bucket clutch all the time. So let's just see this in action. As you can see, the water got toggled off and it got toggled back on. And it's just on a cycle based on that clock down there. So the reason we have this roof of slabs is to keep it in complete darkness so mobs can spawn, but also making it slabs prevents them from spawning or monsters from spawning on top of it during the night. So that helps out me a lot. We have to go up a little bit higher. You can kind of see the little box I made up there for the AFK spot. So, um, just heading up here. Probably could have made a faster way than this, but I don't really see myself using this all too often. I'm really just doing it to get some excess string in the like. So we finally head up here, just another second longer. And then, it's just this quick little walkway to just a little box to keep myself safe from phantoms or whatever comes spawning during the night. So again, camera mod, we can come down here. You can watch the farm in action. So here we see everything's falling off, dying near the rails. And the hopper minecarts are doing a pretty decent job of picking everything up. Looks like it's not picking up everything. Actually, it's kind of missing a lot of stuff. It's probably good enough for what it is, but as you can see, mobs are getting flushed off. They come down, and all the drops are getting picked up. So I'll need to build a bit more storage than just this one chest. But other than that, I think this farm can be called complete. So I think after that, we can move on to the next part of my scaffolding plan. Alrighty, so I'm over here in a swamp biome, and you might be wondering, how does this accomplish the next phase of getting scaffolding? Well, bamboo farms are pretty interesting to make, and I want to make a design that uses like a slime block flying machine to break the bamboo. Unfortunately, that means I need a slime farm, so I've come here to the swamp to build one. Instead of trying to find slime chunks and building one underground like that, there's actually a really cool slime farm design. So I'm going to go ahead, build it up, and then I'll go ahead and explain it to y'all. Alrighty, so I'm up here, and I have the entire farm finished down there. Just while the sun sets, let's head down and let's talk about this. So this farm was originally designed by ilmango. Um, I built it entirely out of wood, so it looks a little messy, but it should still be fully functional. So it makes use of a pretty interesting mechanic where slimes can spawn in light level 1 where all other mobs can't. So if you didn't know, slimes will spawn in the swamp at night, if we can see some. But basically, and I think it was 117 or 118, they made a change to mob spawning where it used to be the hostile mobs would spawn in light level 7 or less, but now it's light level 0. So at least we have all the brown mushrooms here. These brown mushrooms actually give off light level 1, which allows us to get only slimes spawning, right? Because slimes don't apply to that light level 0 rule. This is okay. Why aren't these spawning? Just clean this up a bit because I'm gonna lower my AFK spot. I think I went up too high, which would spawn a few things. So I'm just gonna go down a few blocks and we'll check again. Hopefully I'm not gonna get attacked while up there by phantoms or something. So hopefully just lowering it down a few blocks. No? I know the moon cycle can affect spawning, but to me it's just weird. That's right, it's not gonna update my position using the mod. It's still taking my position up there. Very strange as to why they're not spawning. They should be. Other mobs are spawning down here. So I don't know why I'm not seeing slimes. Let me go back up a few blocks. The goal is to have it so mobs can only spawn inside the box and not outside of it. This is quite the conundrum. I don't know why they wouldn't be spawning. You'll have to give me a little bit to troubleshoot this, but I'll get back to y'all with it fixed, hopefully. Alrighty, I'm back, and unfortunately, I don't think this is working, and I'm not entirely sure why. So we can just go check the drops really quickly. It's like absolutely nothing in this chest, right? Just to make sure there's nothing like weird with the hoppers. They're all, going in this way, right? We look up in the farm, you know, absolutely nothing spawning. So I just can't explain it. It's all swamp. It's all low light level. I don't think, monsters are spawning, over here or in some caves or something. I just don't know why it isn't spawning. The only thing I can think of is the roof is too close because I think it's like, 2.5 blocks of space in there, right? But large slimes are, just slightly over 2 blocks, so they should be able to spawn. And that also doesn't explain why we're not seeing the smaller spawns either. So I'm not entirely sure what's wrong with this. So I think to wrap up the episode, I'm going to show you one more thing back at base, and then from there we'll call the episode done. Which this is actually really unfortunate. I couldn't get this to work. Alrighty, we're back here at the main base, and I have a bit of an alternative bamboo farm over here. So it's pretty simple. You just have some dispensers with bone meal, and that'll grow the bamboo, and then this piston will break it. So if we turn it on, pretty simple. It's just straightforward bamboo farm. It gets the job done. Not the most efficient thing. I really would have preferred a sweeping design to get a lot more bamboo at once, but you know what? For what it is, this will do good enough. Sucks that the slime farm didn't work. I'll have to look into that further between episodes to maybe try to fix it and get it working, because I do want slime for some future projects. So with that being said, I hope you all are having a great day, and don't forget to be awesome. Alright, bye!